action. Now let's dive into selling NFTs and building a community. Okay, the NFT space is a community. People put a lot of time and effort in collaborating, in hosting rooms, hosting spaces, supporting each other, buying from each other art projects, so many things. And when it comes to an NFT project, we talk about engaging people. We have to have people with the same belief and the same purpose in that project or art. Now, it's not that easy to build a community. Community drives the project to really success, but not everyone succeed to build a community. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to build a community for the NFT project that you are planning to sell. So first of all, you have to really define your NFTs. Understand what is the story, as we mentioned before, behind your NFTs. So when you know what's the story and what's the messaging that you're bringing out, you have to really understand who you bring it out to. Who are the people who are going to connect it mostly to your project. So if your project is around mental health issues, for example, you want to reach people who are going to resonate with it, who are going through specific things related to mental issues, and they will actually be related to the purpose of that project. Same goes to women or to specific artists, or to there's so many different projects out there with different purposes, and you want to make sure that you would understand nailing down your audience, so when you are going to create content with call to action, they will actually take an action upon your call to action that you are creating. So you want to make sure that you are understanding exactly who's your audience, and also where does he like to spend his time, mostly on Web 2, right? What platforms does he go to? Is he going to Instagram mostly? Is he diving into is he on Twitter account? I'm sorry. Are they on Facebook groups, specific Facebook groups? You have to understand where he's located, so you will be able to reach out to him and bring from your NFT project into his eyeballs, and make sure that you are gathering all your community into one place. And we're going to talk about where you can actually have all your community in a one place. So when you know what platforms you're using and spending most of the time, you want to make sure you create the right content pillars. So content pillars will be kind of the subjects or the conversations that you want to drive behind your NFT project. Because NFT project could be built again from so many different layers and so many different purposes, and you want to make sure you understand what your audience is going to engage with. What is he going to take action upon the call to action that you're creating? So when you're creating conversations, make sure you know what type of them, and also what interests most your audience. It could be, maybe it's videos types, maybe it's text, maybe it's polls, maybe it's giveaways. So many ways to create content around NFT project, and we're going to dive into that in just a minute as well, very briefly, because we are on time here. I could talk for hours about community building, but we're going to make it as concise as possible. So a few community building tools for NFTs. There, in the NFT space, it's key to establish a presence where because there's so many NFT platforms out there, and there's so many. It's a lot of them are pretty new for us. I've been working with online community building tools for many years, many years, and I've been building communities in many places. I've been creating conversations and audience driven communities to so many different niches, and the community building on NFT, it's a little bit different because we have different tools that we can use. We can still utilize the Web 2 platforms, but also there are more kind of a Web 3 platforms as well. And I'm going to dive into some of them so you can all get familiar with them. So the first one would be the Discord. Discord is the most popular platform to engage your audience and create a community for an NFT project. Now, if you have a 10 years old or 15 years old kid, you maybe probably heard about the Discord as the place where he meets his friends for gamification, for different gaming and different activities that he does on the metaverse or on his gamification with the avatars, buying avatars, selling avatars, doing all those things as a kid. I don't have kids in 10 and 15, so I never knew what's a Discord before I jumped into the NFT space. But at the end of the day, the Discord enables you to keep the community hype around the project. You can announce things about the project. You can create giveaways to benefit the community. You can create conversations. You can create, again, dialogues between the fans. You can hear their opinions. You can create different channels on the Discord. You can create channels with languages or with niches. You can create only specific channels for specific people that can approach it. So you can do upsell. So many things that you can do with Discord. I would definitely recommend to those who are interested in building and selling their project to go on Discord and just discover it. And you know what? Even if you're not selling anything, if you want to know about NFTs more, you definitely want to download the app or the computer desktop app of the Discord and to dive into different communities and learn and see how they are communicating with each other. There are moderator roles that you can create and so many things. So that's a whole world. It's, there are bots and things like that that enable you to actually automate processes, and super interesting platform that I got to learn and know and establish as I go. And I definitely recommend everyone to check that out. Another tool is the Twitter. Twitter, as you all know it, it's the most popular social media platform that enables you to create content and interest around the project as well by tweeting tweets, speaking on spaces, and learn and educate investors and community members. I know that I opened my Twitter on 2009, and I think I used it for a couple of months at the time for other projects that I used to work with for my business. And I haven't touched this platform in years. And then last year, first of all, I'm in crypto since 2016. So, and still in crypto, it was more of a Telegram and Reddit, less into Twitter. But when NFTs jumped into my life approximately a year, a little bit more ago, I have dived back into Twitter, and Twitter has the niche audience and the people who are actually driven around crypto, driven around NFTs. And this is the place to actually dive in and learn and network and get to know new people from that industry. I know that I host a lot of spaces on Twitter, and it's similar to Clubhouse. If you guys know Clubhouse, if you know John Lee, you know Clubhouse. And if you don't, then that's an audio app. We're going to talk about it in just a second. But again, audio apps that enable you to find your niche spaces where you can speak and get to know people. It's one of the best ways to build a community, a trusted community, people who are actually interested in your project and in yourself, and get to know new people and add them to your community as well. TikTok is an amazing tool for, short, fun videos that could educate and entertain related to Web3 and NFTs. There are a lot of content that has been running there. You can actually learn a lot from. You can learn a lot from that platform, and you can also utilize it for your own community growth by creating TikTok educational stuff. And by the way, the more you educate the community, the better. The more chances you're going to have more driven community that is related to you, because it's, as I said, it's new for a lot of people, and there's always something to learn. We're all learning all the time. I know that I'm learning all the time. Everyone is learning all the time. And one of the ways to actually bring people to your community is to educate them and give them tools to actually understand how they can purchase your NFT, and they will dive into that and do that. LinkedIn is another platform that is very important when it comes to building your community. And why? Because everyone who owns the project should have a presence on LinkedIn. It is very important for people to get to know who you are. Now, people will not go to Instagram to look for who you are. A lot of times Instagram, it's a lot of work to actually build yourself out and to put yourself out there. So LinkedIn enables you to actually create kind of a resume or history about what you've done, about who you are, what's your project, or anything that you want. And that enables you to be doxed, like we say in the industry space. Doxed means that people will actually know who is the person behind, that project. And it's very important to do have a LinkedIn presence. Another amazing tool is Telegram, very popular platform. It's been used a lot by crypto community. It enable you to create groups and create messaging and announcements and create conversations around the project. And it is another tool that it's been very utilized for driving community as well. We have Clubhouse. Obviously, it's the audio app that enables you to create conversations, rooms, club, and network with like-minded people. And I know that I've been consistently hosting rooms twice a week. Well, I can tell you that and I am pregnant. I am almost 8 months in pregnant, and I have a baby at home, and I'm running a business, and I'm still being consistent running rooms twice a week related to NFTs and Web3, because my passion is to educate, to bring people together, and it also helps to build communities. So Clubhouse, as you know, of course, from John Lee's amazing rooms that he's been running them consistently nonstop for almost every day for a year now since I know him, and so many other rooms and clubs that are super interesting, that are creating communication between people, networking growth, and creates community. There's so many tools also to automate things, but I'm not even gonna dive into that. I'm sure John will cover that, and other amazing speakers as well. But I'm gonna continue because we are on short time. And another community building tool is creating videos and podcasts, which I know that Rob Moore is amazing at, and so many other people that I got to know. So creating videos will bring more eyeballs, and you can also repurpose the videos that you are creating to other platforms. But at the end of the day, videos and podcasts, people love to listen to people. And sometimes on the stages, on spaces, on Twitter or on Clubhouse, you're not able to share videos and share your face. When it comes to videos and podcasts, people want to learn, people want to listen and see your face. So that's a great tool to utilize for building a community. And of course, the Instagram. Instagram is an amazing tool as well. Again, when it comes to NFT world, a lot of people say, oh, Instagram is not that effective, is not that strong, because Instagram don't put all the efforts to promote their NFT projects, and people are not sometimes neglecting that when it comes to their NFT project. But Mark Zuckerberg already changed his company name to the word Meta, and he is emphasizing how much he's going to bring the NFT industry and the crypto industry into the Instagram as well. So I want to make sure that you guys don't miss out that opportunity when to actually build your projects and your presence on Instagram. You can do reels, you can do carousels, you can do posting. There's so many things, collaborations and live, and covering events and covering announcements, and do giveaways, and do collaborations on the stories, and so many things that we're going to that are going to actually change your NFT project into another driven community tool that you can use. So, and I know that it's coming up even better and better all the time. So make sure you're not missing out the Instagram component as well when you are building your NFT project and you want to sell it out. Now I want to do a kind of a small exercise. We're just about to finish this presentation. I had fun. I can talk for hours more about this subject, about so many things related to it, but I'm going to shortcut because we are on time limit. I want to